Hi, welcome. My name is Victoria, and welcome to my first ever reading vlog. I was lucky enough to receive an arc for Illusions of Fire by Nisha Sharma from Union Square and Co.'s publishing company, and I was really excited to read this, so I decided to make a reading vlog out of it. So, depending on how long this takes me to read, I hope no longer than a week, but I will be probably planning on posting this next Monday. So, I'm starting this on Monday the 20th, so happy MLK Day. We don't celebrate Inauguration Day here. I'm going to do a little quick read of the synopsis first. 18 is supposed to be the first year of freedom, except when you're a descendant of a mythological being raised by four demons. Every morning, Layla Bansal wakes up before dawn, hours before her job at the family winery, and trains in hand to hand combat with her adoptive aunts, who, when not tending to their thriving vineyard, are immortal demons sworn to protect Layla's mythological bloodline. Despite the whole descendant of Draupadi thing, Layla leads a peaceful, protected life. That is, until Karan, the mysterious and gorgeous new archer in town, tries to cut off her head. Like Layla, Karan and his family are connected to the world of gods and demons. He's on a mission to save his parents, but with him, he brings an influx of immortal beings and mortal ones, all of whom are ready to, you guessed it, destroy the world. Nisha Sharma, a lifelong paranormal and fantasy fan, finally brings her hilarity and wit to the genres. She grew up being inspired by pop culture touchstones like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Charmed, and Supernatural. Illusions of Fire is her homage to these works, showcasing a powerful female protagonist with tremendous responsibility and expectations, simply trying to survive while delivering elite one liners and falling in love with the wrong person. So I am very, very excited for this. I was a huge fan of Charmed. I Buffy the Vampire Slayer was a bit before my time, so I never really would watch it on TV. And then when it came to Supernatural, it was just too many episodes by the time I started wanting to read it or watch it. So I just wasn't really on that much of a commitment time to watch it, but I'm still really excited about this. I'm excited to know what she's being protected from, and I'll give a little update about 50 pages in. So I am now 50 pages into this book. I am really enjoying it. I'm loving Lila's banter and just the wit that she has. She's really funny, especially with when she's complaining with her aunts. I kind of forgot that she was 18 until realizing like that's how she's acting. There is a little bit of, I guess you could say, the sentences feel very underdeveloped a little bit. But I am enjoying the story so far. She just met Karan, which is really great. They just had like a friendly archer competition, so we'll see where that goes. But I am really enjoying this, and I will check in with you in another 50 pages.
That's my logic. I'm a positive gal. I'm a positive gal at the moment. So very, very excited. Next, spell by Sarah Beth Durst. I want to pick crazy plans in my life.
So it's Thursday. I haven't read much of Illusions of Fire for a while. I was trying to finish Summer Beyond the Sea because I thought I could read two books at one time and it just wasn't happening. So I finished Summer Beyond the Sea, and I'm now going to dedicate myself fully to reading Illusions of Fire. My plan is to read probably about 100 pages tonight and then read the rest of it tomorrow and be able to post this on Monday. So I am currently folding laundry and I'm watching some Meg with books on my TV, and then I will be getting to reading. I finally got to page 100 in Illusions of Fire, and don't know how I feel about it. I am already 100 pages in, and yes, we've had a little bit of conflict between our two main characters. Like, he's already tried to, like, cut her head off, like it said in the synopsis. And so there's already that conflict, but now, like, he let her go, and she's trying to figure out all the things that connect them. Like, I'm just a little confused. I was having this conversation with my best friend about it, where there's not a lot of explanation right off the bat about the mythology, and I was feeling this 50 pages in, and I'm still feeling it now. I think the author is under the assumption that you know the mythology, which I don't. So I feel a little lost. Like, there's explanation, but there's not enough. So I'm still confused on the connections and things. So I hope within her exploring their connections and all the things that are happening, that it's more on page than off, so that I also get those explanations. But I'm still willing to give it a chance. I'm now on page 208. I'm enjoying it a lot more. They're starting to explain the mythology a little bit more, and like the epic poem that all of their powers and whatever come from. So I'm hoping that we go from here with a better explanation of things and how people are connected and all that fun stuff. Something really sad and scary all at the same time just happened, and I really felt for our characters. I was eating dinner and I literally was audibly gasping while things were happening. So I'm excited to push on through and continue with this book. I need to be going to the library to go pick up a Holt, so come along with me. But first, I have While we were out and about today, I got a new little 6-cube shelf to go behind my door, because this is what it currently looks like. All of this behind the door. This is mostly classics and nonfiction. I have some classics and nonfiction in the living room, so I needed another shelf to add more here. So this is where it's gonna go, but let's build a new one. I love my shelf. I can't wait to look at this while I'm working, and just when I have the door closed, it's gonna be great to showcase all of my like big workbooks. And then I have my classics right here. I have more classics in the living room, like I said, but this is just a few of them. My favorite is this copy of The Wizard of Oz. Like, look at those edges. We have the gang, we have the tornado with the house, and then we have the monkeys. It is just absolutely gorgeous, and I'm going to be facing it edges out. I have some memoirs and a short story collection and just different things there. I have my books about money, and then some self-help books down here with some leftovers from my memoir side. And then we have all of my engineering books, or like nonfiction books about engineering. So like I have She Engineers, and we have like Women in Tech, but it's also just like sciencey books for future reference and like code and stuff. These are kind of like self-help a little bit, but I kind of separated them between the two. And then down here is just kind of what was left. I have some of my like Ireland guidebooks, and some like creative writing stuff, and my Japanese adjective book. Yeah, just great spillage of all the things that I don't want on my regular shelf. So I'm loving how it turned out. So I have now finished. It has taken me a lot longer than I thought it would. Not having an audiobook definitely was really hard for me, because I like to immersify my reading. So this is a new experience for me. But I ended up giving it 3.5 stars. My biggest disappointment, I guess, in this book was the fact that the mythology wasn't really explained until more than halfway through the book. If this were any other book, like if I wasn't trying to review this for the sake of because it was an arc, I probably would have put it down, but that's because I normally give a book 100 pages. If it has not intrigued me by 100 pages, I would have put it down. But in the end, I did enjoy it. I am questioning, is this a series? Because on Goodreads it doesn't show that it's a part of a series, it shows that it's a standalone, and it didn't end in a standalone fashion. So I kind of need to know, because that also would leave me with like questions if it's not. I did like their relationship. I loved the forced proximity and like the fated mates tropes in this. There was a lot that once the mythology was explained that I did enjoy, and I now want to like learn more about South Asian mythology, which is good. But I think that we could have used quite a few more chapters in the beginning, kind of like how we had those 2 flashback chapters in the beginning. We could have used a few more of them learning about the mythology so that us as readers could learn along with them, so that we weren't confused for most of the book. But regardless, I think it was really well done. And I'm excited if there will be more, but I was left wanting more and a little disappointed. But thank you so much for watching this vlog. This is my first one, so I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any ideas for other books that you would like for me to read, let me know down in the comments. The next one that I'm thinking might be a very popular book that came out recently, so look out for that one. But thank you so much for watching.